A nonprofit organization is petitioning the DOJ to label the NBA and its CEO agents of the Chinese Communist Party.
Well, the American First Legal Foundation saying, quote, the evidence is that Adam Silver and the NBA knowingly and intentionally advanced the political and propaganda interests of the Chinese Communist Party and its instrumentalities, a lawyer word, in exchange for market access to the People's Republic of China and billions of dollars in revenue.
Our next guest is a vocal critic of the NBA ties to China, former NBA player and a human rights activist. Ennis Cantor, Freedom's here. Great to see you.
Morning.
Everything you could have written that whole description. Where do you think this case is going?
You know, Americans are finally waking up. You know, Adam Silver, shame on him. He's exporting American franchise to an evil empire, and which that gives billions of dollars every year to do Chinese propaganda in our country. But unfortunately, you know, people are saying, you know, enough is enough, and we got to go out there and do something about this.
All right, so what would this mean? What would happen? I'm reading that he would have to keep detailed books and records in relation to the association with the Chinese and make these records readily available for the DOJ?
Well, it all started with I'm sure you guys heard about the Chinese ambassador taking a shot before the game, before an NBA game, and all of a sudden the whole world was like, what's going on? I played 11 years in the league and have not seen any ambassador taking any kind of shots before or after the game. And after that, you know, obviously all the lawmakers and everyone else is saying, like, enough is enough, we got to do something about it. And I mean, I just hope that, you know, I saw the act, I saw the bill, and I saw the act, and I just hope that, you know, the truth will come out.
Yeah, and that's why you're here telling your story. However, a lot of other channels don't do the story. Ultimately, though, with the NBA and China, it all comes down to money.
It all comes down to money and business. You know, NBA, it was the first organization 2 years ago was saying that, you know, we are more than just an organization. This is bigger than basketball. Right. We got to stand up for the things that are the more important. And then 2 years later, the things that happened between me and China, and NBA was silenced. You know, all my teammates, coaches, the people in the front office.
The names on your shoes,
exactly.
Free to bet.
Yes. So I was like, you know what? I got to expose their hypocrisy.
Yeah.
Right.
And they're so scared of being called out, aren't they?
Very.
Because they wouldn't contact you. Like
Nope,
all your friends
nope.
in the NBA, the coaches, no one contacted you after that.
Hundreds of teammates, hundreds of coaches throughout my 11 years. And just because of they don't want me to even mention whenever I give an interview, which I would never do without their permission, they're just all subcontacting me.
Wow. So we'll see what happens there. The one good thing, I think, Republicans and Democrats both agree, China, our #1 economic and military enemy, and we're starting to divest everywhere we can, from land to college influence, and now TikTok, correct?
That's what I realized, actually. The more I researched, the more I realized NBA is not the only one. You see Hollywood, you see academias, big tech, Wall Street, and farmland, you know. What I always say is, China knows that they're not strong enough to invade America from the outside, but they can do it from the inside by taking over those things. So enough is enough, and we gotta do something about it.
You're right about big tech. Every one of us has in our pocket a phone made in China. Ennis, thank you very much. We did reach out to the NBA, have not heard back.